Okay, hello testing. How are we doing? Let me just bring that down. Hello. How are we doing? KY, thank you for the bean redemption already. Alice, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing good. We're enjoying some Disco Elysium right now. We're only a couple of streams in. But yeah, I'm loving the game in general. I haven't really had any hiccups with it yet. It's been a lot of listening and a lot of like sitting down and reading, but I'm kind of all for it. And Ray, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're doing even better now. Wow. Wow, I wonder why. Surely it can't be the monotone English man is talking. It can't be that. But yeah. Cool. Right. It's bean time. Okay, I have a pot. I'm not looking. KY, just so you know, there are 2 vomit beans in here. I thought there was only 1, there are 2. If I get either one, stream's over. That is a lie, by the way. It isn't over. There just might be a slight delay. Is this earthworm again? Well, it's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, that's earthworm again. Oh. You know what, for a second I was like, wait, is that sausage? And then it hit me, it's like, no, that's definitely earthworm. Not that I know what an earthworm tastes like, but it's earthy. And that's all I got to go with. Anyway, we're gonna get on with some disco, let's do it. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see. Gonna boot it up. Boot it up now. Ali, welcome in, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alright, as I say, get ready for a lot more dialogue. A lot more dulcet tones of the narrator as I proceed to make very questionable choices. I will say quickly that at the moment, as it stands, I'm not sure if I will be. So I said earlier today in the Clubhouse Discord I might be streaming tomorrow. At the moment, I'm actually gonna have to change that to a TBD. I'm not sure what the plans are right now. But yeah, I'll try and make the most of it today and get some disco going. I'm looking forward to getting into this a little bit more though. So, wow, liar! I know. How could I? How could I? SMH. SMH. I thought I'd confront it though. I thought I'd talk about it. There, yeah. Alright, we're getting into it. So, in terms of where we're at in the investigation, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played this, we're slowly putting together where we picked up from with our own mental state, I guess, because we have completely forgotten who we are and what we're doing here in Ravishal. We have no memory of this place, to quote Gandalf, or who we are or anything. So we're slowly putting together who we are as like a person, as a detective, while also trying to figure out the case of the hanged man, which we have right here. So I think today what we'll do is last thing we did is we got access to this. We're gonna go in here, check out what's in here. Granted, we can actually go in. I haven't tested that out yet. Once we've done that, or if we can't do that, we're gonna just have a wander around, I think, because we have all kinds of places we haven't been to yet. And honestly, I think that would be for the best, or within our best interest, just to get a lay of the land, figure out what goes where. So yeah, we will see, but for now, what is this place? Is everything looking and sounding okay, by the way?
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Uh-oh. Sounds good to you? So far so good? Perfect.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Uh-oh. Play it cool. Don't try and go for the narcotics. I wasn't thinking about taking it. I swear. I was thinking about justice. Here, amphetamines bet you're a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Basically, do we want to go ahead and just bump a bunch of stuff and go for it? Or do we restrain ourselves? Let's restrain ourselves for now. I feel like... I think the way I wanted to play this is that I wanted the inner, like, voices to have some level of control over me to a point where I can't, like, confront that. But at the same time, part of me is thinking, how much do I want to try and play good cop? Maybe we'll do the middle one and see what happens.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
That's it, Justicer, of course.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Oh, okay. Okay. Looks mummified. Poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Wow. Okay, good to know. Oh, you can press tab as well? Okay, so it's right click or tab shows you everything in the room. That's good to know. Money. Hello. I like money. We go up here. Okay. Okay, I see. There's a long way up, but okay, we can go up. That's good to know. I wasn't sure if we were actually going to be able to or not. Okay, we have something else for health, TM. More money, let's go. Hello. I'm gonna do that every single time I go around picking things up now. Hello. I like money. Can I go down that way? Doesn't look like I can. Can I go round that way? Maybe. Gonna collapse soon. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Can I look out from here? Okay. This is a bucket. Dear God. There is more. No. Sorry, I'm just being weird at this point. How do we get up here then? Maybe we'll just see where this takes me. It looked like it was trying to calculate a route for me to get up there. Maybe if I just let it do its thing, it will get me up there. Let's have a look. We'll see what happens. I'm getting a lot of voice breaks today. I do not know why. Hang on. I'm gonna hydrate and see if that helps. Otherwise, look at it. Oh.
Tarpaulin cloak
Okay.
hanging on the railing here.
Alright. We'll see if that helps. I don't know. I might just be in squeaky mode today. When I first played this, I couldn't find that little shack room. You went through like 5 in-game days before you found this area. Really? Okay, interesting. Yeah. Is it because of just like how everything was laid out? It was a bit deceptive on how you could get up and things? Is that what you mean? Or it was just like... I don't know, was there like a set thing in terms of like the layout that threw you off more than anything with that? Look, Lieutenant. Someone left their cloak behind.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Are you sure about that? Oh god, okay. Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard.
Huh. Damn, there's a lot over here. You just didn't notice the shack at all? I thought Kuno's shack was something different in the courtyard. Oh, okay, got you. Oh, okay, sure.
The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Oh my god, it's horse.
That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Can we
The
look
wind
around again?
is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Wow, okay. Sure, let's just go with that.
But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Yeah. Okay, I thought we were going to get other dialogue things, but sure. What exactly are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
You really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
Cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2-meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Alright, we're gonna, Don't hate me. Don't hate me for this, alright.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No
Oh,
one
we
has
did it.
claimed it for their own.
17% chance and we did it. Oh my
As
god.
you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Continue the salty through this. Oh no, so what? I just words hard. Continue the voyage through the salty air. Let's go.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Hell yeah.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Hey.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Okay. Hell yeah. Alright. Gimme. What do I have now? So, jacket. Okay, so this is just better in general. Mr. Anderson. Wow, we look like the worst Matrix character if I was going for Mr. Anderson. Jesus. Who's this Matrix character, everyone? Who's that Pokemon? Collecting rainwater. Alright. Let's have a look around in general. Okay. These 3 packets worth of cigarette butts, damn. Huh. Okay. Basement not getting any urges to go
This
for
is
him.
the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud.
Oh, we know Rene.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Where Rene works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. Rene looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
Feels a bit insensitive to just take it now I think about it. I thought we were gonna like take it and put it back.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure, as long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Let's have a seat.
The
Why not?
chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to la opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Wow, that's quite the list, huh?
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna take those. When it says take the painkillers, can I just, like, take them with me? Is that what it means? I don't actually know. That's right, we had to ask Gart about that as well, didn't we? Okay. I don't think we should take them. We've already taken a picture from here.
Stand and exit the booth.
Yeah, I think that'll do. Right.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Oh wow, okay. Really sad, I must have been miserable. I must have been in an advanced scouting mission at the harbour.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I love how chill Kim is just about everything. Like, Kim is just like taking all of this like a trooper. Like, yeah, I have to work with you, but you're not a bad dude. So let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. Joel, how you doing? Oh, the fucking fuck. Kate, is that confirmed? Oh my god. Catchy, or Kate Sith, is Scottish in the new Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. Oh my god. Oh my god, please say they got Peter Capaldi to voice him. I actually love that. That's great. That's great.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
I don't know if we want to go with this. It did not sound like him, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Well, either way, that's super, like... I need to check out this new trailer. The only thing I really paid attention today was the Nintendo Direct, which had some cool stuff, but not too much cool stuff. But yeah. Play it. I don't want to risk the copyright straight. I won't play it on stream. I'll have a look-see afterwards. Or maybe tomorrow, actually. Now I think about it. Oh, it's live on the State of Play. Okay, got ya. Got ya. Oh yeah, I forgot the State of Play was happening as well today. I thought it was just Nintendo Direct for some reason.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Ooh, can we go in? I don't like how that's like resting, but sure.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action.
We go in? Let's see what else we can interact with first. Yeah, the Nintendo Direct Day was okay. We had a lot of Mario stuff today. We had a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong. We had the Princess Peach game, actually looks kind of fun. There was... they're remaking or remastering Thousand Year Door, the Paper Mario game, which I've never played it, so I'd love to play it. I've only ever played like the first Paper Mario game, which is on the wheel. J Boogie, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. February the 29th, hell yeah. More remake stuff, let's go. Let's go. Luigi's Mansion 2 is getting like a remaster for the Switch, which looks fun. I liked it when I played it, but it's gonna be good to play it on something that's like high def. Mario RPG looks neat. I think that was kind of it, honestly. It was good for Mario fans. There wasn't a lot else apart from that, though.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
And then I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim, it just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the door.
No reply.
Persuade the door to open. Let's go, 3%. Fuck it, I like my odds.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Uh-oh. Using my body over my wits. You know what, at this point I think we've realised that we've like got a bit Coco. Oh my god, I can't even speak. A bit
Are you
loco.
satisfied, detective?
A bit loco Coco. Let's go. Let's go. Right, can I inspect any of these? Shipping. Is it really? I wonder what else there is in the shipping container then. Or I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. It might not be, I don't know. Maybe it is. Not being sarcastic? Hell yeah, okay. God, we look so weird right now. I don't know why. It's the mixture of the cowboy hat, the the long black jacket, and then just the gardening gloves. It's such a weird look. We're getting money though. Hello. I like money. Oh yikes, okay. Can I... I wonder if I can do that on the actual container. Hell yeah, 10 votes of Ouija's Mansion, let's go. Dave, do you want to watch the Rebirth trailer live? I think just for the sake of... So, one thing I'm gonna try and be a little bit, like, more uptight about at the moment is for the end of Crisis Core, for anyone who doesn't know, the entire final cutscene, a good chunk of the final cutscene got muted by Twitch. And because I don't record the things I stream now, I'm worried that I'm going to lose chunks of my VOD because of that. So I probably won't watch it on stream. But I would love to be sent the link and I will watch it before I go to bed. For sure. I'm very hyped though. I love Remake Part 1. It was so good. Because I would love to see more. But yeah, I'm being very, very like cautious at the moment with that's okay, dude, that's okay. I'm hyped as well. I'm glad that he
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
Lovely rhyming, Leo. We love that. But yeah, hell yeah, I'm so excited. I love Final Fantasy 7.
The lyrics to this Container song are being made up as he goes along.
Really, I couldn't tell, thank you. Yeah, J Boogie, thank you again so much, by the way, for the 10,000 channeled points on Ouija's Mansion. As I said, I'll make sure to add that at the end of the stream. Florbury, welcome in. I hope you're doing well.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, now belongs to Everard.
What a good rhyme. We love it.
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Aww.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Actually I am, yes. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Aww.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot.
Oh no.
I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
I mean, we can try it.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
Huh.
It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Fair enough. Thanks, Leo, you've been very
Oh,
helpful.
no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
It looks like it covers a lot of ground. You're skeptical of the release date, it seems soon. I mean, they have been working on it since, like, 2020, though, right? Because the first part of the remake came out early 2020. Like, the remake part 1. So I guess they've had, like, a lot of time to do it. Especially now they've made, like, the assets and everything they need. They probably just need to, like, work on new assets and adapt a few bits here and there. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the core things have probably already been done. The open world bit's gonna be the bit that, like, scares me the most with the remake, I think, but Yeah, we'll wait and see. Yeah, I think it's more the combat system's probably down to a T at this point, you know what I mean? It's like they don't really have to innovate or work on that too much, I don't think, for each game. It's going to be purely working on like plot and like making the open world bits work and stuff like that. Which they might have already been doing for a while anyway, because I mean the remake's been in development for years, right? So they might have already had like a structure to it for a bit. But yeah, I do agree with you. It does feel like it's a bit too soon. But at the same time, I don't know. 4 years isn't too bad. Because by the time it comes out, it will be about 4 years. Because it was like March 2020 it came out, I think. So yeah, it will be about 4 years. I don't think that's the end of the world. Where is everyone? The harbour's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did this? Sorry. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrard telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hardies.
Too rowdy. Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Hold on, who is this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Aww.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Aw.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
He's a good lad.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
You. I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office,
Of course, I mean, we knew he was in the office, sure. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Aw. He's a good lad. I like Leo. And we got an autosave. You. Can we go in this way? Looks like we can. Is this him, sir? Hello? Taxidermy fish. Alright.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
I love that description.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please,
Yes.
have a seat.
Please, have a seat.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Yes. Fuck it, Everett.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
What a mood. I know, Jess. I hope you're doing okay.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Dubois. Or as I probably would have read it without realizing, Dubois. But anyway, we'll go with Dubois. Let's go with I'd rather stand. Or maybe we should take a seat out of like goodwill. Sort of showing that we're willing to cooperate kind of thing.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Slywick, he seems very slimy. I don't know. I don't know if I like this dude. Why does he sound like Skeletor as well? Yeah! It's giving big Skeletor vibes. Try to wink back. Fuck it.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Right.
It's violating your backside.
We're gonna use that.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
points at a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically
It
huge.
should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Is this bribery?
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Thank you, Everett. I'll take this take the comically large check. We got a vote for Portal. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. Let's go. I'll make sure to add that and Luigi's Mansion, which is the other game that we've had a vote through for. But thank you. Hell yeah. Honestly, I'm looking forward to going back to Portal eventually. It's been a while since I played that one, but for me that one's always like... Portal 2 is amazing. It's one of my favourite games, but Portal 1 is always like... I always forget about it a bit, but I can't wait to go back to it. It'll be good. And a vote for Pokemon Snap. Let's go. Thank you, Florbury. I appreciate you. Portal is top tier. Portal 1 and 2 are very good. They're very good games, for sure. This guy's portrait gets me every time. Whatever. Yeah, he's, it's gonna sound really, really, really mean. But he looks like that one guy in the portrait. He looks a bit like the guy that's in Seinfeld. I don't like Seinfeld, just to be clear. But he's in Seinfeld and he was in Space Jam. You can take your comically large check and shove it up your ass. Keep it, I'm good. We kinda need the money, but at the same time...
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No, it's cool, you got integrity. I was really curious what you do here. I think it's just like... I feel like at face value we would take it up, but I feel like we'd be suspicious of it. So I feel like we've made the right call by... I don't think I want to say thanks. We got a bean redemption as well, thank you, Jess. Alright. Here we go. Like I was saying earlier, we have 2 that are vomit. Please, for the love of God. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be... It's a green one, so it could be one of the 3 green things. As a reminder, it could be grass, bogey, or green apple. That's some freshly mown grass right there. Oh boy. Thank you, Jess, for the bean. Have you guys seen the new Spider-Man game? I hope it won't take too long for it to come on PC. It looks so cool. Yeah, I hope that it isn't too long, but that being said, they like to hold PlayStation games for a while, don't they? Or they do cross-platform. But yeah, fingers crossed it'll be like a relatively quick port for sure. A full of nutrients, that one, exactly. I'm getting all of my greens in one bean. I feel kind of bad for taking the check now.
Cool. I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Oh shit. Are we dead?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Jesus Christ, what's happened?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social
Shit.
realism. Another police officer resigns.
Okay, so... Damn it, okay. So, if anything that's good, because I don't think I'm actually going to take the check. But also, we are not doing great on the old moral front. Or morale. I wonder if I should try and find something to supplement that first then. We could try it again. Okay, F5 is quick save. That's good to know. Okay, let's do that again but not take the check. See if that changes anything. Hello, it's me. We've never spoken before. Would you like an oversized
Before
check?
you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Welcome to the circus of value.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that.
Yeah, let's ask about that.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit, it's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Hmm.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
We might have to go and buy some stuff to keep us afloat on the morale front, but we'll wait
The
and
chair
see.
you're sitting on has got to be the most...
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know, Lawrence.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Yeah, okay. I think in hindsight I probably wouldn't do it. I feel like we shouldn't be accepting these sort of things as it is.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips.
Yeah, so we shouldn't even talk about that, okay.
Despair creeps into you. Get him fat.
Okay, we can't, yeah, we
You're
can't speak to
Fucking
him.
me? Please leave the raid.
Nothing you can... Cop gives up.
Alright. So before, we can't even go speak to this dude until we have, like, higher morale, okay. Okay, well at least that's good to know. Maybe there will be a substance or something that we can have that will help us with that, maybe? I don't know. How did we get here? Oh, okay. I'm blind, ignore me. Can we get in here? If I try and, like...
You're back before the cargo container.
Okay. Oh, I'm being silly. And the days go by. And what just I forget that I need to go over here? Okay. You know what, we didn't actually try and go in here, did we?
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork laying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. The drawer slides
Alright. I guess we could try. It's a white check, right?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
Yeah.
And the unlocked drawer slides out to look how blurry all the lines
Yeah.
on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Like, actually focus through not focusing. Alright, we'll leave it
The
alone for
drawer
now.
slides shut.
I don't want to do anything that makes my everything drop again, so I'm being kind of cautious. Hey, perfect, there it is. Alright. Give me everything you got. Oh, we lose a drama, but we get a visual calculus, okay.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I mean, should we do
The
it just to
already
see what
familiar
happens?
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number. Fuck it.
Your fingers run over the dial pad.
Sure.
005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Ravachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
What is this place?
Video Ravachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my own name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
he thinks you're pulling a prank on him. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Shit, okay. Okay, let's keep having a look around if we can. Alright, we need to equip our old reliable. They're not gonna work. Can't just like pry a door open. Shame. But also fair enough. Actually, this is about locked containers. Should we try the... We've got to go back on ourselves anyway. Imagine people went to stores to rent videos, I know. Honestly though, as a kid, Blockbuster was the shit. I love Blockbuster. I used to rent all kinds of like games and things as a kid. It was like a big thing for me. And then that probably, I think Blockbuster probably shut around the time I must have been like 8 or maybe a bit older than that when it shut. I don't know.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
Okay, that's fine. But when it like properly shut down, that was a sad time. Them's were the sad days. Alright. Okay, well we can take one hit with this now. Take one morale hit. You only went once when you were very little and you barely remember it. You know, you wanted to rent a Pokemon movie, but you got something else and said, I rented all of the Pokemon movies all of the time. There used to be like a waiting list for them. And we also had like a Blockbuster video card. And I used to get PS2 games and like PS1 games out. It was, yeah. That's a very nostalgic time for me.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit. With great effort, he straightens himself.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'd offer you my...
He looks
You go ahead.
whatever. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad...
Please, Mr. Dubois.
It's nothing. He's trying to throw you off your game.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you are... So tell me...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather... It should be sufficient to...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money.
Do we want to try and take it this time? I don't know. I feel like we can take a hit to morale, so I'm not so fussed.
Yes.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it, I'm good.
Okay. Now...
The world is
Alright.
swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Bit like David Mitchell. Alright.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
The chair is killing me and the side effect spooks. Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Ah, shit. Alright, we're gonna do a 3% check, everyone. Get ready. Get comfortable.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Fuck's sake. No, I'm not about to cry. So what, men can cry too?
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Despair creeps
Alright,
into you. Getting fat
we
from
physically
your weakness.
cannot do this.
Fuck me? Please.
No cop gives a
Fuck's sake. Right, okay. Shit. Oh, how far back is that though? That's gonna be so far back. Is that before I got the med increase? It was. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that for a while. Good. That feels like a good use of like the last 20 minutes. Can we go down the stairs, please? You did. I do remember you saying that. Yeah. That's on me. I should have done it. I should have done it. Alright. We'll do all of this again and pray. We're not going to be able to get as lucky again though, are we? Let's be real.
On second glance,
It's
let's see what's in. The drawer opens. Hundreds and the same. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company. Look how blurry all the hermeneutics was
Shit.
almost within you. You're a police officer, not a...
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim. A to-do note with a list of errands at Everart.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
Yeah.
Leo must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special all items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer
Right.
slides.
Alright, well we've done that. We got an auto-save down. Let's see if we can get lucky with the phone again.
An imposing combination. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be your finger.
Hey, it
further
worked
to the
again.
dark. Calling. Still.
Video Revachol, 24-hour Video Revachol is a 24-hour... Sir, I don't know. No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? If you need any further...
He thinks the call is
Alright. We've done that. F5, quick save. Cool. Alright. There's something we can interact with as well.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
White antlers.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text. interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Sure, let's read it.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
That's impressive right there.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
Yeah, maybe.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What's Kunstkultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you
Kultur?
that Kunst und Kultur must mean
Kunst und Kultur.
arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
C.S. Lewis?
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
I see. I gotta sleep, super tired, have fun. Don't forget to save for it. I won't, don't worry. I'm gonna try and get into the habit of pressing F5 all the time like I did with the Dragon Age and Cyberpunk. But yeah, have a good night, Flawbury. I'll see you around. Sleep well, and I will see you soon.
If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Yeah, that sounds about right for F1.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names. Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Yeah, I guess so.
Under capitalism, The article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
That's a good way of putting it.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Wow, you're right, I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know that Tip Top Tourney is actually an organistic ritual of capitalism, capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
He's so disappointed, I love it. Yeah, I wonder what else
I'm
is...
sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold. Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Alright, interesting. Okay. Alright, well I think that's that done. Can we get down here? I guess not. Isn't that where we came? I think that's probably where we came from. Right, we're gonna see what happens if we take the,
This is the night watch. This is the night. The
yeah.
chair is not as... The drawers are empty. You take the painkillers. They are yours now.
Oh shit, okay. Huh. Alright.
You stand and exit the booth.
We still haven't done it, KY. We basically run out of... we ran out of morale twice. Like, I only had 2 in it. I depleted both of it trying to talk to him, so I'm now going back with full stats and hoping that I won't die this time. Basically, I got screwed over constantly. Alright, here we go. Like, 5th time's the charm, I guess. We're now at that kind of point. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Alright. Right, we're gonna skip through a lot of this because we've seen it several times now. He is pretty demoralizing to talk to, yeah.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind with great effort.
Welcome, Mr. I'd offer you...
He looks at
You go ahead.
whatever he has. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You'll get...
Please, Mr. Dubois.
It's nothing. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Maybe we should act a little bit sassy.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. Should you find your...
You're no Titan of Felician, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men, so tell...
The chair you're sitting on has got
Ouch.
to be the most uncomfortable chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard this should take... It should be sufficient.
Wow, that's 25 real.
Yeah, let's
That's
not take
good
it.
money. You need it.
Keep it, I'm good. I don't know if... The thing is, having that much money is good, but I also don't want to take it from him. I feel like we're already getting a bad vibe from him, so I'd rather not.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter.
Right, we'll listen to
Your
all of this
lost
again.
gun.
Yeah.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
I would appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun.
Here
and
we
those
go.
children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, they're not. It'll be fine.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe space. Keep sliding the chair down the chair like jello. Like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
For fuck's sake. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Let's do that. Let's try and throw it back at him.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, Here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
Say nothing.
The big man peers at you over the rims of his glasses for a moment, then interlaces his fingers and rests his chin on his hands.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
But that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Wow, okay.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
I feel like he's baiting us. I feel like he knows us to a T. And he's gonna try and use us now, big time. I don't trust this dude. He's got a fucking folder with all of our details in it. Like, don't worry, Harry. Yes. Yeah. With his little skeletal laugh that he does. What?
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
You know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
You know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
It sounds so fucking condescending. I hate this guy. Never mind the family.
Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
Wow, okay. That's what I like about you, Everett. You get me.
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
The giant neon sign reading Harry Dubois, hanging from the Cavalson crane, can be seen all the way to Jamrock. Somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees the bright glow on the horizon and says to herself, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left him."
Let's get it straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay, I like it. I can work with that. I don't mind Harry Dubois.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Have another look at that folder.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
Why do you have all of this?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Okay. So, okay, we have a name.
Yes,
That's at least a
what
thing.
I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Can we level up quickly? What feels like a good one to go with now? Authority might be a good one to go with. Drama might still be another good one to go with. I kind of like the insufferable thespian kind of vibe, so I feel like leveling that again might be fun. Max drama, baby. Honestly, I am considering it. Yeah, I think I might go with that. It's that, or I'm thinking like Encyclopedia still kind of rings out to me, or Logic. Maybe Authority kind of does too. Half-Light seems kind of good too, but yeah, let's do drama again for now, but I'll think of another one later down the line. That's also true. That's a good point. Do a metagaming? I don't know, I still feel like that's like not a bad one though. Not a bad idea to go with. I think I will go with drama this time though. I'll think about what I want to go with next, but I'll stick to drama for now. I did go drama, didn't I? Yeah. Alright. We're becoming a pompous thespian, let's do it. Let's talk about my lost gun.
Your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
I like that. That's so silly. Oh, okay. That is very metagamey, actually. Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we're doing a lot of the passive checks pretty okay, but as far as I know, but I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Oh, really? I see. You found a way to metagame the levels as well. Okay. That's kind of interesting. Found a way to just guarantee some XP here and there. I like that.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
I'm sure. It sounds like it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Okay. Thank you, drama. Very cool.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a
A
weasel?
loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Let's try talking to the container again then. How do I, yeah, he's like, you kind of detest him, but you kind of love him, you know what I mean? He's got that kind of, that essence to him. He's like the slimy sleazeball that has a little bit of like character, and you end up kind of loving that part of him. What thought cabinet things have you got? So, we've got this one, coach physical instrument. We're getting this one now, and then we have this one as well, some kind of superstar. But I don't think I want to be doing that one just because it's -2 to logic. So I don't know. Oh, really? Okay, that's odds that they're conflicted about him. I feel like he's very obviously one way, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but... That -2 will go away when you're done internalizing it. Oh, okay. Probably misinterpreted that when I read it. Oh, I see. Got ya. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that was the case, so thank you. I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if there was always like it, because it just says like bonus from the thought. For example, here. It probably did explain it somewhere, but yeah. I'll wait for Lonesome Long Way Home to be done, and then we'll do that one next. Might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Wow, what an ass. He did the finger guns. Look at him. Okay. We do lose a drama for these glasses, but we do get one for that. So part of me is thinking it cancels out what we have for drama, but everything else is kind of okay. I kind of like the fact that interfacing is like a plus. I'm kind of okay with that. The guarding gloves, it's so silly in that. It is so silly. Sure, so like, it's ultimately one of the things where for the people that he's like trying to provide for, and the jobs he's trying to maintain, like, he's not doing bad, right? He's keeping them in business, he's doing all of that, fine, okay. But at the same time, it's just the way you go about it is so slimy to begin with, it's like... It's difficult to see him in like any positive light, you know what I mean? So I think I fall more under the category of, yeah, this guy's an asshole than anything. But okay, I can kind of get that angle. I kind of get it. Should we ask him some questions then we've spoken to Everett?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo that wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What's that about the borscht?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Yeah, I feel like he has a lot of like comparison points character-wise. I don't know. I feel like he fits a lot of archetypes. He sort of falls under that. Yeah. There are a few different people you could probably like pin him to. Yeah, there's always going to be like a character that's known for that, right? They're just like constantly just trying to use people to get their way. They have authority because of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a vibe. He's not really. I was thinking in my head he's a bit like Facade, but he's not Facade really. Facade like to manipulate people though. Like the innocent. That's like the only. I don't know. That's a bit of a reachy one. Maybe more like Porky. Or Pokey. I don't know. Or any of the Mitch dynasty.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Alright. Interesting. Okay, I'm off. Alright, let's go talk to the container again. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Nothing at all.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were no reply. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions.
You win this time, container. You win this time. I will say that in the areas where there's a lot going on, it's sometimes a bit of a chore to try and like wrestle with the controls to make sure you're going the right way. But it seems to be a very like far and few problem for the most part. Can I actually go down here, or is that not allowed? You mouse over locked, it gives you more info. Let's go have a look.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has
Oh,
not
sure.
lessened.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's a hint. We can do that with a few, I think. Sure. Honestly, the pathfinding has been fine most of the time. I think it's just like, in places it's a little bit more wonky. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not. It doesn't really feel like timing is too much of a problem. Like if it was a case of I had to pathfind in time, get away from something, then I'd be more kind of like iffy about it. But it doesn't seem to be the case, so I'm all good. Hey. Alright, well we're down here now. Let's go to the box over here if we can. Oh, I can't go over there. Okay, fair.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm. Sandwich, you are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and I have police business with you.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
It means alcohol.
Oh.
I
Understood.
doubt it. My microcephalic race so.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need you to cooperate with me.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has in them, okay. I'm the police and I need you to comply now. Yeah, I feel like that bottom one's fine.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Okay, that we can't say that one. I feel like we're just gonna say fuck it, whatever. Ooh, nods. Now please just answer my questions.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but if you still serve him, how does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
He's given a vibe. Yeah, that's fair, KY. I don't know.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericamasis and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Yeah, the music's cool.
We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale. No. I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Couronne, and no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms
Oh,
with.
can you show him the mug?
Think upon it.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Kim just let me
Your
leave.
morphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Should we play into it?
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. This is for a thing.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Seminoles, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible street parades in Mound cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation-states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners.
Absolutely
My people
mental.
simply call them Maun.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Huhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
The wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
I've only just realised we look like the fucking... I don't want to ruin... Oh shit, I probably shouldn't even preface it with that. In the Prestige, there's, a helper to one of the characters. From this angle, we're giving that vibe. I'll say no more than that. I don't know. You just watched The Prestige? Hell yeah. I saw it for the first time like a few weeks back. I really liked it. I don't want to say anything for spoilers' sake, but yeah.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
They just weren't.
People they are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a hand sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Not eating potato.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only
Potat.
thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
To be fair, I too like potat.
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Damn.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I don't feel like I have a leg to stand on in this, but
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
yeah, it's
It
not.
would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solve. Lost. I cannot.
We'll leave for now, but we'll
What's
definitely
this?
come back.
We're getting reports of normal,
Uh-oh.
reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
We must be mistaken. I'm really radical. Someone's got to keep
air
it sane around here.
suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
No more talk. Sign me up for a passport
I knew we
opt-in.
could trust you.
Hey.
Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, we are all going to be so much happier.
Alright. But with that, we've gone over by a bit today. But that's okay. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for watching today. I'll make sure to add all of the votes when I have a second. Once I've wrapped up the stream. But thank you for all of the votes that everyone's given today for the wheel. And thank you everyone for hanging around and being about today. Thank you KY. Thank you Flawberry. Thank you Jess. Thank you Ray. Thank you Joel. Thank you J Boogie. Thank you Ali. Thank you Alice. Thank you anybody else that's popped by and lurked. Like I said, you're all very, very appreciated. And yeah, it has been fun. I may or may not be around tomorrow. We'll wait and see. But yeah, have a good evening, and I will see you then. If not, have a good weekend. Bye bye.